You've been programmed since you were born to live in the box, to keep living in the box. That's why mediocrity happens. You just become a product of circumstance. You just become a product of what your parents teach you, what your religions tell you about. Because your mind is a computer program that runs your life. And once you master your mind, you can master anything. I've learned through Dr. Joe Dispenza about how our brain works, how our brain impacts our life. But the question is, how you gonna find your power within? In this episode, we're gonna talk about how to take your power back, unplug the status quo. So welcome back in this channel. If you're new, I'm cindyaco, and in this channel I share about self-love, self-growth, and everything that help you transcend yourself. We also talk about consciousness, energy, vibration, and everything that supports you become authentically powerful. You are powerful and purposeful being. The power is already within you, but it's covered by your ego, attachment, and every level from this world. You can watch that video and find the complete explanation there. And in this episode, I'm gonna talk about how to take your power back so you can unleash your power just like Tony Robbins did. I have an attempt to his Unleash the Power Within in 2019, and I'm really excited about my life ahead because since I attend to that event, my life has changed. And now, let's go deeper. Before I explain how to take your power back, I'm going to explain to you about who you are. I believe that we are all souls having a human experience on earth. Because I've experienced it one by one, my spirit guides keep sending me synchronicities about myself, but who I am through everything that I've been through in my life. It deeply directs me to discover who I am and what happened in me inside. So then, I continue to do the process one by one through psychologists, through psychotherapists, and I also do hypnotherapy to heal myself. And since then, I got more clear about who I am, about how my brain works that nobody ever taught me before. I follow my curiosity, I follow every signs and synchronicities that my spirit guides keep telling me. One by one, I knew that my sensitivity becomes my superpower, which is called an impact. And then I found that I'm a healer because I can heal others. I can understand, I can relate to others' emotion, and not only relate, but I feel what they feel. Every pain or every feelings that they feel, I can feel it. Just like a mind reader, but this is emotion, not only reader, but emotion. I don't know how to call it, by the way. Just forget it. Okay, so let's back to the topic. After I experienced all of that, I knew that I'm a light worker. Not only a light worker, I knew that I'm a star seed. After all, through research, I found that everything about impact, light worker, healer, star seed, and so much more are just a label to recognize my superpowers, to recognize my calling in this world, to recognize everything, just like every emotion, you name it to understand it, right? That's how my spirit guides works in my life. It's totally amazing, it's beyond my expectation. I never imagined that I could be reached here, and so that's why I have a big desire, a deep desire to share it to you. And I'm sharing to you about this. Can you get my vibes right now? That's the enthusiasm with my spirit guides direct in my life. And let's back to the topic. Since I knew who I am on a deeper level, on a spiritual level, I become way more deeply about myself, especially about my inner work. Like I study about brain work, I study about ego, soul, dimension, energy, consciousness, and everything that relate with what happened in my life. shared in my previous video about who you truly are. You can watch the complete version of it, and I'm gonna repeat it a little bit here. I truly believe that we are all souls having a human experience on earth. You can call it incarnate. When you were born to this world, you completely forgot who you truly are. You completely forgot everything. You just born in a form of human body, and from earth you learn about life. You learn everything about three dimensions. When you are a baby, you just still pure. You just still on the highest vibration, raised up by your parents or your family or anyone that raised you, by an education, culture, religion, and everything that based on what they believe and what they know, what they educated since they were kids. You can see that their experience become hereditary to you, and so it will work like that until someone in your generation cut it off. Human unconsciously living in a box. That box called status quo. That's why mediocrity happens. You just become a product of circumstance. You just become a product of what your parents teach you, what your religions tell you. When someone asks you who you are, most of people will answer by their degree or their job, career status, or religious belief, culture. Their identity is still attached to everything that's been planned on their minds since they were kids, since they were in their childhood. We don't usually answer some strange question like that, but I truly believe that at one point in your life, in every people's life, there must be a time that we will asking who we are, who we truly are, because everything on earth, like money, wealth, famous, material things, or relationship, either cannot fulfill us. Like even though we always trying to find everything that we truly want, but things cannot complete us, cannot fulfill us. The fulfillment itself comes from inside. When you're looking for outer fulfillment, you never really fulfill inside. That's only fulfill your outer side, but it will never touch your inner world. Still remember how you perceive everything in third dimension. If you watch my previous video about three dimension, you know that in three dimension we see everything in dualism, which is right or wrong, heaven and hell, white and black, tall and short, good and bad, angels and devil, and so on. In three dimension, everything is separate. Human addicted to conflict, human addicted to problems, human addicted to fear, insecurity, neediness, attachment, ego, and everything, because they're too afraid about life. Life feels so hard. They're trapped into victim mentality. They can't see the truth because everything that they see is covered since they were childhood by the education system, political system, religious system, through media they watch, through everything they consume, like chemical food, junk food, and everything that poison their soul. Many people don't realize it because in 3D, what they know, what they learn in their past is the most comfortable for them. That's why the majority in 3 dimension hard to get out from comfort zone because they still live in the box that called status quo. It's a cycle that controlled by politics, media, educational system, religious that labeled us, so it keeps us separate from being an open-minded person, to see beyond what we know, to see beyond our awareness, our unconscious paradigm. Once we see ourselves as powerless, we always look up and hoping that someone that higher than us or having the power over us to help us. That means you put yourself on a pedestal and let the powerful people or the powerful system controls you. That's what happens in 3 dimension. When you are in 3 dimension, your indicator about which true and right still close-minded, and close-minded cannot comprehend something that beyond their knowledge. The good news is we can take our power back. We can unleash our power within that most of three-dimensional people don't understand. And I truly believe that if you watch this video means you are on your journey to ascend your consciousness, because you start questioning what was really happened in my life, what was really happened in me, what's happened in 3D, 4D and 5D. You question everything, and that's good for you. That's the first step of get out from comfort zone through your critical thinking and analyzing everything. Once you start questioning everything that happened inside and outside you start becoming open-minded and see another perspective. You start learn so much thing. You become rich in knowledge, rich in analyzing system inside you. You start detaching yourself from every levels in 3 dimensions. And once you learn to detach, you no longer controlled one by one. You will start to unravel yourself. You start to realize that you have a power that called free will, which is you can choose. You can make a decision which kind of food you want to consume, which kind of circle you want to surround it with, which kind of life you want to live for a lifetime. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the ups and downs. You may fall into the deepest valley, but you still get up again. You may be facing broken heart, empty pocket, disappointed, hungry stomach, or even for some people, they reach a point which is they want to end their life, or suicidal thoughts come into their mind. That's still a journey. The hardest point in your life, all I call it breakthrough, that's a point which is you start looking for a deeper meaning of life. You start looking who you truly are. You start looking about God. You start questioning about God. There are some times or some condition which is the higher power are testing you. I'm gonna share in my next video about it. But if you're questioning about that, you will start questioning about the hardest moment in your life, or something that you need to heal within you, because you find a strange thing in your life. That's the moment that you will experience the dark night of the soul. For some people, they experience 1 or 2 or maybe more than 2 times about dark night of the soul. But one thing for sure, after you've been through the dark night of soul and you've come out as an overcomer of your inner world, then you will raise higher than before. You will see that everything that you've been through are leading you to your spiritual awakening. You realize that you are a part of universe. The universe lives inside you. One by one, you will find out that you need to heal yourself. You will learn how to heal yourself. There are a point which is the universe will send to you your past moment or your childhood moment that relate to what happened in you. I've learned through so many people that experience spiritual awakening, and most of them are experiencing their past life, either their past life in this life or in their previous life. You still have to keep awakened by keeping your body, mind, and soul integrated to a greater purpose, and to keep connected with your spirit guides. You know that you are guided, you are protected, to keep in your mission, to keep living truth. You've been programmed since you were born to live in the box, to keep living in the box they call status quo. That's why if you want to get out from this box, you need to reprogram your mind, because your mind is a computer program that runs your life. And once you master your mind, you can master anything. I've learned through Dr. Joe Dispenza about how our brain works, how our brain impacts our life. If you watch this video, you start wondering how to reprogram your mind, and you want to learn more about reprogram your mind. I will explain in my next video, so stay tuned. That's amazing. I couldn't wait to share about this more to you. And if you're interested in this topic, kindly subscribe this channel and hit the bell button below so you can keep updating everything that you need to know to become authentically powerful. Once you can transcend yourself, you can transcend everything. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate your curiosity. I appreciate your willingness to learn more, to dive deeper about your inner world, for your willingness to transcend yourself, because the one who wants to become a better version of themselves is the one who will impact this world, who bring life to the world. So thank you for your participation to the world. Thank you for being you. I appreciate you on a deeper level. Namaste. See you again in my next video. Stay